Here today, I'm gonna definitely tell you guys a story about my ex-boyfriend. So, I met him through a mutual friend in 8th grade, but of course, we kind of hit it off when I got to high school. When I got to high school, he was a sophomore. He was probably like 18, I do believe, and I was just like 14, 15. So, I never had a boyfriend, never had a relationship, nothing that I considered as real. But me and him, we didn't have like a title. You would call it a situationship.
Bitch, what? Bitch, what?
Um, he was somebody that was just really cool. Somebody that I talked to, somebody I text back and forth. We was just that type of couple, that relationship that, most people have today. It ain't really nothing tied down or serious. I'm gonna tell y'all that little piece later, why we didn't have a relationship. But anyway, I got closer to him when I got in high school, and we kind of just really hit it off. We had chemistry together. We had anatomy together. We had some good, crazy classes together. And it was just kind of cool. The first thing he told me when we first kind of got, close to each other, he told me that he didn't date freshmen. I'm like, you don't date freshmen?
Nope.
What does that mean? You don't date freshmen? I'm gonna use his voice.
Well, nah, I'm older. I'm 18.
Okay, well, I'm not really supposed to have a boyfriend anyway, but me and you could just be cool. We could text, we could chill. I shared my second kiss with him. I had a first kiss with somebody else, which, whew, tell you about that later. But he was the second guy that I've ever kissed in my life. Me and him just had so many classes together. It's like I couldn't escape him, even if I wanted to. Sometimes we would be walking down the hallway together, not holding hands or nothing, but we would hold hands, off and on. Some of the stuff that really used to piss me off though, because he used to be like, when his friends be around, he not gonna hold my hand. But then when it's just me and him in private, he wanna hug all up on me, kiss me, tell me, he care about me, I'm somebody special. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll bite the apple. Probably shouldn't have did it, but I did. And so, as time changed, like, it changed. Things started getting a little bit more serious between the both of us. And we was talking more, we was texting more. He asked me out a couple of times. So in PE class, I goes to him, and we sat on the bleachers and we talked, and I was like, you know what, I really like you, and going against my mama rule, didn't even listen to it. I was like, I don't really mind being your girlfriend, just don't play me, and I get that you don't want all your friends to know that you're dating a younger girl, but things will come as they come. Just just be chill about it. Don't stress me, I won't stress you. Why? Why did I do that? I sit down and he opens his mouth to drop the bomb. Guess what the bomb is, y'all? The bomb is the real reason why me and you can't be together right now is because I have a girlfriend.
Oh, you got a bitch fucked up. You hear me?
Huh? I know her name. But, she go to another high school or whatever, but, me and you just can't be together. Because, me and her, we trying to work some things out or whatever. And I looked at him and I was like, man, you been talking. Why you ain't tell me you got a girlfriend right now? I just didn't want to hurt your feelings or nothing. And, I got a girlfriend. I don't want to, but, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This is what he's telling me. But here's the thing. I'ma still break up with her though, cause it's really not working for me. I'ma break up with her, and as soon as I break up with her, I'm coming to you, and me and you gonna be together, cause I'm really feeling you. I really like you. I don't want to see nobody else with you. I like you a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. That rest of the day, I was pissed. I was mad. I was angry. I walked away from him. We didn't talk for the rest of the day because I was upset. And the way my temper was set up back in those days, you would get popped dead in your jaw. But I was like, I can't do this with you. So I got up, walked, and my little so-called friends at the time, Joe, are you okay? What's going on? Like, all up in my business. I just ain't really got nothing to say to y'all right now. Class over. It's time to go. So that rest of the night, I definitely tried to get my mind right. Because I'm like, this dude is really like, I feel like he played me. We was talking for months. Not for months. From, I'd say maybe the 3rd or 4th week of the beginning of the school year. In August. Down here, I'm from North Carolina. Down here in Winston, we start our school always on the 3rd week of August. Okay. I'd say that 3rd week from August is when we started talking. So we was talking from August, September, October, November. We've been talking this whole time, and you couldn't even tell me you had a girlfriend? Are you for real? The way my temper was set up and the way that my loyalty is set up is that I'm not that type of girl. I'm not a homewrecker. Whether your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, whatever, I don't care what they are to you. If y'all got something heavy going on, I'm not finna interfere because that's gonna make me look bad. That's gonna make me look like I've been plotting to get with you, and I'm not with that. Not at all. Jay is not with it. Jay is not with it. So I was done. He talking and, I hope this don't change what we building or what we got on. I was like, well, you know what? I still like you. My feelings get so strong for people. I couldn't really cut it off, but I cut off talking to him for a little bit. But then, I was like, well, okay, maybe we could talk as friends. And then I went to him and I was like, well, you know what? If whatever happens between us is gonna happen, and whatever won't happen, it won't happen. So then he gonna try to check me and hurt my feelings. Well, I did tell you I got a girlfriend, and we gonna work it out. So right now, me and you ain't got nothing going on. Wait a minute. I know you did not just try to disrespect me after you trying to hunt me down, after you telling me that you want to be with me, even though you know you got a girlfriend. But you upset with me because I didn't want you when you wanted me. Boy, stop. So anyway, time passing. Me and him ain't really interacting. I had my eyes on somebody else. Somebody else had their eyes on me. Won't talk about him yet. That relationship lasted for 5 years. That relationship. Whew. That was a roller coaster. And I don't like roller coasters at all. Tried one roller coaster, both of my shoes fell off. Nah. But anyway, me and him didn't talk for a little bit. I kind of backed off. I deleted his number from my phone. My feelings was hurt. Our next semester comes in, and I had a new set of classes. Tell me why my new set of classes was with him, all of them. I had math again. I had PE with him. This time, I actually had chemistry with him. So I had 3 classes with him. 3. Oh, I was pissed. And the first 2 classes, they lasted at least 2 hours apiece. So I'm gonna break down a little bit of the timeline. My first class with him, which was algebra. Yeah, it was algebra. That class lasted from 8 a.m. all the way to 10 a.m., excuse me. Then my second class that I had with him, which was PE, lasted a whole hour. From 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Anywho, I spent all day with this guy. So he looking at me. He loved talking with his eyes. When I tell you he loved talking with his eyes, he loved talking with his eyes. He wouldn't say nothing to me. He would just sit across the classroom with his group of friends and stare at me the whole time. And I looked at him, of course, because I still kind of liked him, but my feelings was hurt. So that semester had begun. I say maybe 2-3 weeks into the second semester, he decided to have some balls. He had some to come to me and talk and be like, you know what, I like you. I think we should really, get back to talking. Needless to say, I'm still a freshman. So he came to me, but, I still don't date freshmen though, but I still like you. At this point, I'm like, okay, whatever. So time is passing. We spending time together. Like I said, he was my kiss. He's my second guy that I ever kissed. But I had a deeper connection with him than I did with the first guy that I liked. I would say that Carlton was really my first love. He was really my first love because he was really hard to let go. Like, I spent that whole year dealing with him. It was a whole year, from August to June. Well, it wasn't a whole year, but I had that's how long I dealt with him, in and out of school. So he was really like somebody that I really rocked with. So, time is passing. We've kissed, we've hugged. At that point, he was really like kind of stepping in. My mother had gotten a little sick at that point, stressed out, and she had an anxiety attack that, she had to go to the doctor, and it was while I was in school. And my sister called me while I was in school and was like, Joy, I had to take Mom to the hospital. She was sick. Then she got bit by a poisonous spider. Thought she was going to die. He was like, you know what, it's okay. Your mama is a strong woman. She good. God got her. So, he was really like stepping in the moments for me. And I'm like, this is somebody that I can, I think we could go outside of high school with. I was happy. Because I'm like, I ain't never had no dude to care about me or talk about me, talk to me with such care, but still saying I can't date you because you're a freshman. But I'm thinking, okay, that time is kind of passing away. He's gonna eventually, start talking to me and we're gonna have something special. I had to breathe because that thought just kind of came back to my mind. How like naive I was. I was really naive. I was so naive to think that everything going good, everything going great. Tell me why the end of the school year come. Tell me why the end of the school year come. And he kind of just cut me off. So needless to say, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. March is when he cut me off. He stopped texting me, stopped calling me. I couldn't get a hold of him in school because he wouldn't look at me, he wouldn't talk to me. Every time we was in the hallway, he would walk past me like I didn't exist to him. And everybody that knew we had something going on, they're like, Joy, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with Carlton? I don't know what's wrong with him. I said, well, right now we just ain't talking. He don't want to talk to me, so we can't talk. It is what it is. I'm letting it go. Everybody noticed it. I see girls all up on him playing basketball with his homeboys. I walk in, he looking at me. Everybody looking. It turned into like a whole circus. It was a joke to him, and I'm like, we went through all this just for you to ditch me now and not even tell me to my face that you don't even want to talk to me no more. And it was for nothing. I didn't do anything to him. He didn't do anything to me. But it was this one occasion though. We had PE. It was in June, 2 weeks before we got out of school. After the testing was over with, everything was done. You know, I don't know if y'all's was like that, but for us, when testing was over with, school was over with, you know, the teacher was like, you do what you want to do. Be in somebody's class. Don't be in the hallway. Don't be fighting. Don't be doing none of that. Go to your lunch period on time. But you ain't got to be in here. You could be in another person's class. That's how it was for us. They didn't really care where we went. We just couldn't cause trouble. We had to either be at school or go home. Okay. We got into a run-in because he was in the gym, and so I didn't know at the time. And so some of the friends that I had, they was like, well, we gonna go, Mrs. Taylor, can we go to the gym? Yeah, sure, go to the gym. So I walked to the gym, didn't think nothing of it, didn't think he was in there. We get down there, he down there, bullseye. I see him, and I said, so Carlton, me and you ain't talked in months. What's going on with you, kid? You know, like, what's really going on? Like, you ain't talking to me. You won't text me no more. I went on ahead and delete your number, so I don't know it. What are you talking about, bruh? That's how he used to answer me. What are you talking about, bruh? What am I talking about? You cut me off. You ditched me. You didn't want to talk to me no more. So what is really going on? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then he used to do like this a lot. Any dude I got with, I studied them. He'll walk away and do like this. And I'm like, well, what's wrong? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? I ain't really doing nothing. I'm just minding my business. I'm just doing me. I'm like, so what is wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with you. I just, you know, I told you I don't date freshmen, and I don't want to be with you like that. So let's just let it go. So yeah, my temper got the best of me, and I cussed him out. I cussed him out in front of everybody. They left. We still was talking. My crazy tail. I chased him into the boys' bathroom. And I was like, beep, beep, beep. Who are you talking to? What are you talking about? Why are you doing this? Why are you acting stupid like that? But the last day of school is when all hell bust loose. I'm gonna tell you why it bust loose though. The night before school ended, I think that particular year, school ended exactly on a Friday. The night before, Thursday night, I was texting one of my homegirls, and I was like, hey, how you doing? You know, we ain't talked in a couple of days. I ain't seen her in a couple of days. So I was like, well, hey, how you doing? She gonna text me. And you know, back in those days, under the text message, you have your signature. Her signature, I kid you not, her signature said, I'm changing her name. Her signature said Jasmine and Carlton. Oh. My heart started doing like this at home. It was doing just like that. Like, I was sweating. It felt like it went to 1,000 degrees at my house. I was sweating. I was pissed. I was hot. And I text her. And I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. I said, Jasmine, do you and Carlton go out? Are you guys dating? She gonna text me back and say, yeah, me and Carlton been dating for a few months now.
Bitch, what?
What? I bust out crying right then and there. All that night, all these thoughts was just in my head. One half of me was like, and the other half was like,
Relax, don't do it when you wanna go to it. Relax.
so I slept on it. I woke up, I was still pissed. So it wasn't gonna be no more sleeping on it. I was gonna address it that day. I went to school, no book bag. I was marching like a madman. Like I was ready to go combat. Like I was in Vietnam. I was ready. The first place I checked and I went into, and yes, I did Psycho Girl. I checked my art class. And my friend Stilo and my cousin and a couple of other dudes and friends that I knew. And I was like, is Carlton in here? They was like, oh no, he just left. He just went down to the math class. And I was like, okay. And so my cousin was like, nah, come over here. Come over here. Come sit down because we already know you upset about something. So I told them what I found out, and they was like, oh, we already knew about it. What you mean you knew? And you didn't think to tell me? You didn't think to tell me that you knew he was dating my friend? You didn't think to tell me? That wasn't important to you? So he was like, well, we didn't want to hurt your feelings. And he told us not to tell you so you wouldn't get your feelings hurt. And so I was like, okay. So I left because I was mad. Of course, everybody from the class followed me because they knew I was about to set it off. So instead of going straight to the math class, I went to another class to sit down. We all sat in there and we chilled. And so my cousin was like, well, you know what? I knew about it too. But look, what you gonna do? You gonna go address him, or you gonna just shut up and leave it alone? I said, well, I'm gonna address it because first of all, I was lied to. We're not playing games. So at that time, I had my phone back, and I was texting, and I was like, Carlton, can I see you real quick?
Nope.
He was like, nah, I'm busy. I said, you busy doing what? I'm somewhere. I'm in another classroom. Why? What's up? I said, why you ain't texting back? You know, why you ain't talking to me? I'm busy right now. We could talk about this later. So I knew where he was. I said, well, I'm come see you then. So I come to the classroom. He already knew that I found out about him and Jasmine. So they had the math classroom locked. I was jerking the door, shaking it, and I was like, let me in. Let me in. He wouldn't let me in. He was like, go, get out of here, bro. I'm going to talk to you later. So I said, okay. I walked back to where my other room was, and I let it go for a second, just for a second. And so my cousin was like, well, did they let you in? I was like, no, he ain't let me in. I said, but it's okay because I'm going to get to him either way. So I was sitting in class for maybe about 15, 20 minutes. And one of my homegirls was like, Joelle, him and Jasmine just ran down the steps. They trying to hurry up and go. I said, go where? We don't know. They just left the classroom. So I dodged out of the room, the classroom, and I ran down the steps. I kid you not. I ran down the steps. Boy, when I got down the steps, I was charging. And the hallway that I was going, it had at least 5 classrooms on each side. And I won't say it was all classroom. A couple of the doors was probably like teachers' lounges or something. And so I'm looking through, I'm like, where is he? Oh, the one door is open. Him, I kid you not. Him, Carlton, and Jasmine was in the corner, hiding. And I peeped around the corner, I was like, so you hiding now? Is that what you're doing? You're afraid to address me? He was like, bro, go on somewhere. Go on somewhere. I'm not even trying to do that with you. Go on somewhere. So I jumped up in his face. I was cussing, calling all types of names, acting crazy. And he was like, bro, go on somewhere. Jasmine, needless to say, yet again, she was supposed to be my friend. She knew me and Kevin had something. Well, at least I thought that we had something, but she knew that we was talking. She didn't even want to let me know that him and her decided that they was going to get together. So I'm running up. I was cussing her out and cussing him out. I said, how you gonna do me like that? I thought you said you don't date freshmen. You said you don't date freshmen. And he was like, well, I don't date freshmen. I said, well, she's a freshman. We friends. We in the same grade. What are you talking about? So me and him cussing. Her little sister gonna come up talking about, you better not hit my sister. I said, I was cussing. I was like, B, if you want it, you can get it too. You will get popped. He will get popped, and your sister gonna get popped. And there's nothing you gonna do about it. So she backed off and was cussing. I said, yeah, you're back there, but I'm still gonna do what's up here. So, long story short, one of my favorite teachers came in the classroom. She liked me. She was like, hold up, because the classroom got packed because everybody heard what I was about to do to both of them. And they was like, oh my God, we gonna follow Joe. You know, everybody wanna follow the person that's about to throw some hands. And the teacher come in, hold up, what's going on? I said, you better get them out of my face before I throw hands. And I actually mushed him in his face. I like mushed him dead in his face. Like, pop. She pulled me out of class. My cousin was mad. He was like, I told you, just let it go. I said, if you was gonna dress it, you should have dressed it then. You did it the wrong way. So my cousin was a little upset with me because I brought more attention to myself than I probably should have. Remind you, this is the last day of school. So I ain't really thinking too much of it. I'm just doing what I'm doing. And my teacher was like, Joelle, you know what? He was messing with another beat. She was a cool teacher though. She was like, Joelle, he messing with another beat and you just was the last one to find out, but you can't let these boys see you sweating like that. That ain't even right. Don't let them see you ever sweat like that ever again. So we was talking. She calmed me down. I was chill. I was laughing. I was cool. I relaxed. My principal came up. He was like, Joelle, I heard about you. It's the last day of school. You might as well just go ahead and call it a day. And school didn't end till about 3. I left school at about maybe like 12:30, 1 o'clock. So it really wasn't all that bad. But my mom was like, Joelle, what's going on? So I told her what happened. She was like, see, I told you, you better not be messing with these boys because they're not going to do you right. And then your feelings hurt. So, I mean, ultimately, my feelings were still hurt. Because it was really cool. We wasn't as cool as I thought we was. We was nothing. We was nothing. So, at the end of the day, long story short, I just definitely have to leave some encouraging words to anybody that if you're in high school, not even high school, maybe you should prioritize first. Put your attention to your priorities. Boys will come and go, but if you sit there and continue and let them hurt you, they will get away with it. And it's all because you love them. Love has nothing to do with it sometimes. It's about respect. It's about dignity. And it's most importantly about your feelings. And you can't take too many times getting your feelings hurt by one person. And like I said, I dealt with him for a year. From 8th grade, the ending of 8th grade, all the way to the ending of my 9th grade, I dealt with him for a year. And I invested feelings in him, and he really hurt me. But ultimately, that's what happened. That was my story. That's what I did. That's what I learned from. I was that type of girl. Still am. You want to throw hands? We'll do it. If you want to call me out, I'll answer the call. I'm that type of person. But I'm a good person at that. I don't like my heart to be played with or tampered with. So that's the end of my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys loved it. I'm definitely going to do another story time. My scheduled days for me uploading to YouTube will be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Those are the 3 scheduled days during the week. So you're going to get 3 videos a week. This is my life. This is my dream. This is my goal. And this is what I'm going to do. And when I put my mind to it, when you put your mind to it, nothing can stop you. Bye.